Hello, my angels. It's Granny Oz again. I hope you're ready for a few more stories. This is a lovely book. It's got lovely short stories. They're nice and quick, gives you lots to think about. Hey, okay, then, are you all ready? This one's called Musical Mouse. I bet you guessed that because I can see a drum and a violin and a bugle. Musical Mouse had always wanted to conduct an orchestra. He's the conductor. He gives them the time, he says. Up, down, and he gives them the beat. But so far, no one had let him conduct an orchestra. They said he was much too small to be in charge of a big orchestra. Never mind, thought Musical Mouse. I'll form my own little orchestra, and then we'll play some great tunes. We'll need a drum to go bang, bang, and we'll need a trumpet to go ta-ra, ta-ra, and a violin to go like whatever a violin goes like, and I'll be a conductor. So Musical Mouse gave a drum to Lion, a violin to Tiger, and a trumpet to Bear. Right, said Musical Mouse, putting on his best top hat and picking up his baton. You call that a baton. Now it's time for us to make music. Great, said Lion, dancing round and banging on his drum. Oh, great, growled Bear, dancing and blowing his trumpets. What a lot of fun they had. You can even make an orchestra from pots and pans, and tinkling very gently with a teaspoon on a glass. You can have lots of fun and sing along too. Right, here's a story called Boris and Brian. Boris and Brian were two bears who were very good at thinking up new games to play with each other. One summer there was no rain for weeks and weeks. The river dried up completely and the river bed became smooth and dusty. This gave Boris an idea for a new game. He gathered some branches and carved skittles from the wood and painted them different colors. And he asked Brian to find 6 smooth, round stones. And soon the two bears were ready to play. You guessed it, skittles. They stood the brightly painted skittles at one side of the dry river bed, and from the other side they bowled the shiny stones at the skittles, trying to knock them down. The new game was such fun that soon the other animals who lived nearby came to watch. When the rain came again, Boris and Brian put their skittles and stones in a safe place, ready for the next dry summer. That's fun. You can make the same games for yourself, just using sticks and stones. Line up some sticks and throw some stones at them. Hey? But it's ideal if they're round, then they roll. Ooh, what's this story about? It's about a kangaroo, Billabong the kangaroo. One morning, Billabong the kangaroo was happily hopping through the trees on his way to school, singing, 1 and 1 makes 2, I'm a kangaroo. The noise of his thumping feet woke up a sleepy butterfly who called, Hello, where are you off to in such a bouncing hurry? I'm going to school, said Billabong proudly. Well, it looks as if you've forgotten your school books, said the butterfly as he settled down again. Oh no, said Billabong. I always carry those in my kangaroo pouch. 1 and 1 make 2. I'm a kangaroo. I bet you guessed that he put his books in his pouch. Here's a story about blackberries. Fenella and Fred were field mice who lived in a nest of grass and leaves under the roots of a great big cypress tree. One autumn day, when Fenella and Fred were scampering through the grass on their way back home, they stopped under a blackberry bush to rest. As they were resting, a ripe blackberry fell beside them. Fred decided to taste the blackberry. Oh, it'll make a change from nuts and grain, he said. So he had a mouthful, and he found it delicious. Vanilla tasted some, and she liked the taste too. Ooh, I also love blackberries. We'll have to take 2 or 3 of the berries home with us, Fenella, said Fred. Then you can make us both a tasty blackberry pie. Hmm. Oh, here's another music story about a band, a one-man band. Look what the one man can do. He's got a tambourine, and he's got a bugle, and he's got a drum. What else? We'll have to see as the story goes. Bob's one-man band. Joe and Isabel were walking with their mum when they heard a sound like a brass band. Looking down the road, Joe and Isabel were amazed to see that only one man was making all the sound. "It's Bob and his one-man band," said Mum. "Go and give him this coin and ask him to play a tune for you." There's his doggy with a bag, and you put the coin in the bag and then he plays a tune for you. Joe and Isabel ran down to where Bob was standing with his dog. "And a jolly good day to you," said Bob, rattling his tambourine. "Please play us a tune, Mr. Busker," said Isabel. "Which tune would you like?" said Bob. "Would you play 'How Much Is That Doggy in the Window?'" asked Joe. "Well, that's my jolly little dog's favourite tune," beamed Bob Busker. "Just you watch him wag his tail when I play it." Do you know that song? Ask Mommy and Daddy. It goes something like this. "How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale." There we go, my angels. I hope you enjoyed that, even my little singing at the end. And I do hope you sleep well and have sweet, sweet dreams. I love you lots. Bye-bye.